welcome. I'm here to support you in your YouTube journey as well as your TikTok journey. So I'm going to be simulcasting on both platforms. So stay with me, YouTube, because I'm doing this here and I'm going to be on TikTok. So join me for on both platforms. So I'm starting this YouTube journey on TikTok too. Okay. So thank you all, whoever joins. I appreciate you. I'm going to keep on looking out for people to come in and support. I appreciate you being here as well as come on in. We're going to be on TikTok as well. So if you are here, let me know if you're here and join me and let me know if you have any questions. So I'm going to be monitoring the chat. We're going to be connecting. We're going to be talking very intentionally about what's happening here on YouTube. And so I'm going to talk to you here, but I'm also looking in doing TikTok. So join me for both. And so as we grow, as we come on and have more community, we're going to see how things are going to evolve for both of us. And I'm happy to be here to support you. So if you are here, thank you. Let me know who you are and where you're from. Put it in the chat for me. We're going to start connecting. I think I have a few people that's joining. Like I said, I'm here on both platforms. So come in, say hello. Say hello. How are you? Good morning. How you doing? Yes, Michelle. Yes, I'm doing both platforms. So I'm about to come on TikTok. I'm about to hit the go live button on TikTok. But I said earlier, I did my Zoom meeting on Sunday, and I told the group I'm going to start doing both platforms. So I want to start growing over here as well. So thank you for joining. I appreciate you stopping in. It's up to you if you stay. I appreciate it. I'm going to talk to TikTok. You're going to see me in real time as I talk to my TikTok folks, and you're going to see how I start my TikTok. So come on in and sit back and see how I get things started here. I'm going to have to play around with the lighting. This is a tablet I'm using. I feel like the lighting's a little dimmer here than on my TikTok, but we'll figure that out as I go. And I know you come live quite a bit. This is my spot. I'll be here. I love you. I love you too. I was about to say, I see you. Sometimes it pops up on my feed that you're going live, and I'll see it on my, my phone when I'm going live on TikTok. So I'm normally live at this time. I'm starting a little later because I was like, I'm going to set this up so I can do both at the same time. And I'm going to try to grow my YouTube community as well. And so I'm trying to grow over here as I also do TikTok. So I'm going to start doing these two together as much as possible, try to have them both run at the same time. And I'm probably going to sit in on your live on YouTube just to get some tips and strategies and tips and tricks on what to do, because I want to make sure I keep engagement going. Excellent. Awesome. Thank you. All right. So you're going to see me go back and forth. I'm going to look over here and I'm going to do the same announcement so people know I am going live on YouTube as well. So we'll see how this goes. But this is my new journey. Let me know, are you going live on TikTok? I know you said this is your, how you doing? Oh, I hope you're having a good day because I need to go on. I didn't think so. But okay, I love you. I love you too. Appreciate you, Leah. I mean, but do both. Do both. Come on, both. I'm gonna try both and see. As you're seeing, I'm gonna do this real time. So we're gonna see how it goes. All right. Let me get to my TikTok. And we're going to do both at the same time. Good morning, everybody. It is Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. I'm here on both TikTok and YouTube, connecting with you both. So thank you so much for being here. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. It's Dr. Lisa Launch Your Income. Like I said, this is my level up conversation, my 10 a.m. where I say go live and monetize your expertise. Whether you're doing physical products or digital products, come on in. I'm going to show you how to level up and make sure you're talking to your target audience. Hello, friends. I see you all coming in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Got them pressed. I love that name. Come on in, Simply. How you doing, friends? Let me know where you're from. Bloom, I saw you come in. How you doing, friend? Ruby Red Customs, thank you so much for being here. And so I am doing something a little unique. I am on YouTube right now as well as TikTok. I'm doing both. I watch your videos with my mom. I love them. Oh, thank you. And so I'm trying to do both. I see you all. I'm looking at the chat on both platforms. You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. I'm deep diving the products I brought. Okay, awesome, awesome. Deep diving the products. So this is my level of conversation. So my 10 o'clock, I talk about my bundle. I talk about making sure you're intentionally talking to your audience. It also comes with me where I help you in terms of supporting your journey, giving you coaching. Also, we have a group chat on Instagram. We're connecting over there. So I want to intentionally support you. And I see my people chatting on YouTube as well. I will come back. I'm going to watch some more videos. Okay, I love you. I love you too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you both joining me on YouTube. So we're going to try to do this. We are, look here, guys. We are all about how do we grow? How do we develop? How do we elevate? We got the 75 more days for this extension on TikTok. And so in those 75 days, what are you going to do? How are you going to grow? How are you going to expand? I want you to be intentional. Okay, so that's what we're learning, how to be intentional. Thank you so much for being here, friends. I see my YouTube people coming in. I appreciate you. So good morning. How is everyone? That's right. You come in and you start chatting and have some fun today, Leah. Appreciate you all. Okay, and so I want to make sure you guys are growing and advancing as well. So that's what I'm teaching. I want you to think very intentionally about your strategy. We're going to talk about strategy today because my last couple of lives, I talked about the 75 days and what are you doing. So my 4 o'clock, I say go live with ease, and I try to be a little bit more gentle. My 10 o'clock, I want you to be intentional. I'm not as gentle. I want you all to make sure you are doing what you can do to grow in advance. So that's what we're going to talk about here. Good morning, Beauty Beat. How you doing, friend? He said, I stopped doing my, last night. Oh, you started doing your GPT. Yes, last night. How did it go? Did it come back with some stuff that's going to help you with going live? Let me know. How did it go for you? I think you were one of my nervous people from yesterday. You said yes. I think he was one of my nervous shy people. So definitely you want to make sure you're doing both platforms. Sorry, doing ChatGPT, but I'm doing both platforms. I don't do my YouTube. I was like, oh. And so I want you to make sure that you're being intentional about your growth. So go live and make sure you're doing that. Hello, I'm back. Awesome. I appreciate you being back, friend. Hello. Thank you so much. So right now, this is the first time I've done this. So I'm on YouTube, I'm on the tube, and I'm also here on TikTok at the same time. So if you want to go to YouTube and see me there, that's totally fine. I appreciate you being in both places or one or the other. I'm on Launch Your Income. Launch Your Income is my page on the tube. Okay, so I appreciate you. Hello, how you doing? Mugman fan. Okay, how you doing? That's an interesting name. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Hello, how you doing? Hazel, I appreciate you. Good morning from Houston, friend. How are you? And Kevin, thank you so much for joining as well. I appreciate you getting your daily heart meet. So we're going to talk about how to activate the live because this is where, as you're going live on TikTok, it's a little different. I'm going to have to figure out YouTube in terms of the activation that happens here. And so it's a little different. But with that being said, when you're on TikTok, TikTok tries to make this a fun little game for you. So you want to be intentional about how you're engaging. How you doing, House Code? I see your friend. Thank you so much for being here. Norma, thank you so much for the Daily Heart Meet. So you want to be intentional about how you're talking to your audience, how you're getting them to engage in your live. I know a lot of people say, I don't get engagement. I don't know what's happening. And so the first thing I tell you to do is that you got to talk to your people. So I was sitting here chatting with the people in my YouTube chat, and you want to talk to your people here in your TikTok chat. So you got to make sure people feel seen and heard. So Norma said, good morning, everyone. She is talking. She's connecting. Maria came in. She's giving her roses. So these are people you want to pay attention to because as they come in and they're engaging, these are people you want to engage back with. Okay? So I tell you that intentionally when you're on TikTok, you want to make sure you're engaging back with people who are also engagers. Okay? Thank you so much, Better Not Bitter and Bloom. I see you. And as they're flying in, those are people that are saying, okay, I'm here because I'm trying to level up. So I'm going to talk about how to activate your live because that's a big piece of it. But also you want to make sure you're connecting with people in the chat. You're connecting with people so that you are also building your community in an intentional way. Good morning, Bloom. I see you. I see you, Better Not Bitter. You leveled up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. All of you who are engaging. So if you are new to my live, we're going to talk about that. My newbies, look at you. Real talk is 7. Awesome. We're going to talk about how do you engage, but also how do you get going. Oh gosh, they gave me another. They said I got a flash goal. What is? I'm gonna start that later. They said another flash goal is starting. Oh gosh. Okay, we're gonna try it real quick. We're gonna try the flash goal one more time, because what TikTok does, they have all these little games for you to play, and they want to make sure people are engaging. So we're gonna try it. The flash goal today is the heart me. It's 15. Okay, we're gonna pin it. We got 15 people to get the heart me, and so there we go. And so come in if you are coming in and you have not gotten your daily heart me. The daily heart me is 1 penny. So go ahead and grab the daily heart me. It's the flash goal for right now. I'm going to talk about the daily heart me because the daily heart me, thank you so much. The daily heart me just changed. So essentially, it now has points for you to claim. So you want to make sure if you're getting your daily heart me, when that screen pops up, pay attention to all the different things that pop up there because it's basically saying you want to look at that, MJ. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. You want to make sure that you are being intentional about your engagement. Giving a team gift. Look at that, the team cheer. Giving getting points for putting a comment in. Getting points for a point for every gift that you give. So we're going to talk about that. I want you all to be intentional about how you're engaging. So the daily heart me is a piece of that. Good morning, everyone. And TikTok, I said, they have little goals. So as you're now doing your lives, pay attention to some of these goals and say out loud to your community, we got a flash goal. We got a goal that we're trying to meet. Jacqueline, thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. You all come in, you got your daily heart me, you're saying those pleasantries and making sure people are connecting. So I appreciate you all who are here. And then my people on YouTube too. Because I told you I'm simulcasting for the first time. So we're going to try this. I'm going to try to do it a little bit more frequently. So I'm building up this other platform. Okay. So you're seeing me engage very intentionally as I'm talking on TikTok and YouTube. Okay. So I'm trying to be intentional about my growth strategy. And so that's what I want you all to do as well. Good morning. How you doing? Tamara, I appreciate you being here. Yes. How are you doing? Yes, Michelle. She was on my YouTube. I appreciate you so much for sitting with me. He's like, let me get my engagement points. Let me understand this TikTok. I'm going to come over here for a little bit. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, friends. So here's what I want you to do. As you are talking to your audience, you want to help them understand how to engage with your live. Okay? So I hope I sent it. I tried. Did you send it? Let's see. Let's see. It doesn't say you sent it yet. The daily heart me, is that what you're talking about? So you gotta have coins on your account to do the daily heart me. You said exactly. I see you, yes, Michelle. Um, you gotta have. There you go. Look at there. You sent it now. You sent it. Congratulations. Let me cheer for you. So yes, you sent it. You said I tried. You did it. You did it. Awesome. Okay, so if you are new to my live, like I said, you say yay. Like I said, I want you to go ahead and put a message in the chat. Say new. Just say new. If you're new to the room, and we're gonna start. Um, so yeah. Okay, so I'm learning the other one. The tube is a little different. The tube timed out after a while. I guess it said, "Hey, you're not over here paying attention." So I got to be a little intentional on the other one too, I guess. All right. So if anybody who's ever done this before, the tube and TikTok, put it in the chat for me because I would love to know if you got any tricks to the trade. Because I'm trying to figure this out when you do both of them. I'm excited for you doing both. I'm trying. I said, like I said, I'm growing over here. Vertical YT is always a challenge. Interesting. You know what? Yes, Michelle, we probably need to talk. Okay, so vertical. So you think I should make it a horizontal setting? Let me know if that's what you're saying. Um, and so I need to change it so it's oriented on the horizontal axis. I believe that's what you're saying. You said call. Let me know what that means. What does call mean? Um, you said so yes. So change it. Let me see if I can change it. You said new. How you doing, Michelle? Melissa, I'm sorry. How you doing, friend? Let's see. Okay. It's locked for now. So I guess when I start it, I'm going to have to change it. Maybe that's what it is. Because I saw where I could put it horizontal, but when I flipped it, it said it's locked. So I'm probably going to have to work on flipping it next time so that it's horizontal. But thank you for sharing that. So you said the vertical is a challenge. So always have it horizontal. I think that's what I should be doing. So let me know if that's the case. Good morning, besties. Good morning, Miss TLC. How you doing? GM, I think I'm being filtered. Brenda, you must be being filtered. TikTok will filter you. So if you notice, I can't. Sometimes I'll see a little symbol that says the message was filtered, and a lot of times I don't. I'm just being honest with you. So I guess there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not sure why it does it that way, but if you are being filtered, let me know because I don't like ignoring messages. I'm here for you. I'm talking to you. I want you to feel seen and heard. So, Miss Brenda, go ahead and maybe put it in a different way. Maybe put a couple words in at a time and see what happens and see if it filters you because there's some word it doesn't like. I appreciate you though being here. Um, Marixa, thank you so much for being here, friend. I see you came in. Okay, so what I want to do, Melissa was my new person. Anybody else new? How you doing, Mommy Wife World? Thank you. Good morning. Are you new to me? Let me know if you're new. So we're going to talk about the, you said hello. How you doing, Brenda? I see hello. I see you said I'm putting words in. I'm going to see if I get filtered. And my friends who are coming in, you know the etiquette. You are sharing a lot. So we're going to talk about the etiquette real quick. Because what I tell you is I want you to make sure, how you doing, TikTok Remixed? Um, I want to make sure you are talking to your audience in an intentional way and you're helping them understand how to engage. Okay? Thank you so much. Because a lot of times, and I'm just being honest with you, depending on what your topic is, they don't know how to engage. You might be one of the first lives they've ever been to. Or you may be, so if they've been to other lives, you might be the person where they're comfortable asking questions. Okay? Because you're now being intentional. You said Dr. Linda, I'm Dr. Lisa. Good to you. Yes. Oh, Donnie, yes. Oh, you said the whole family. I appreciate you. Very true. Yeah, very true. And and so as you're doing this, you want to make sure you're educating your community. And so that they see how they can connect with you and they feel welcome, they feel appreciated, they feel supported. And so you create that supporting environment, but you also educate them on how to navigate and how to be an engaged viewer. That's essentially what you want. Thank you all who are connecting. I see you coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Pastor. I see you. Fran, Steph, thank you so much for being here. Yayo, thank you so much. I appreciate you joining us well. And so, as you'll notice, we have like a little flash heart me that's going on right now. So 10 more heart me's as people come in. I will make, no, 5 more heart me's. We got 10 so far. So that is something that TikTok does with like a little game to make sure there's these flash opportunities for people to engage and connect. Thank you so much for the roses. Okay, so let me go through my spiel real quick. So I typically start by saying this, and I think this is something you can use. You tell your community you are engaging in a three-way relationship. I joke about it, but it is a three-way because you have TikTok, you have me as a live host, and you as a viewer. So I want you all to make sure your viewers know how to engage. Okay? Thank you for the daily heart me, Sonia. Thank you so much. And so here's what you're going to do. You're going to tap the screen. There's ways to engage through free support. TikTok offers this platform to help us engage. And then there's also some things that you need coins in your account. Okay, so I tell people, make sure you have coins in your account so you can fully engage. By getting that daily heart me, that costs 1 penny. That's a coin. The roses are a penny. The gift box are a penny, plus whatever the numbers or amounts that are in there. So just pay attention to how do you fully engage. Thank you for the daily heart me. And so with your engagement, you get TikTok gives the live host diamonds you're collecting, which is how you monetize. And essentially, it's the engagement in your live plus the gifting. That equation creates a diamond. Whereas the viewer, you're getting points. You're getting points for your engagement. The points are represented to nice glasses. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. The points are represented based on how people are engaging, how you're engaging in the live. So you're collecting points in those blue boxes. Also, you are getting points and engagement from the Daily Heart Me because this particular live, you are engaging in this live. You can do it for every live you go to, but for my live, you're getting points. So we're going to talk about the daily heartbeat because there's some points that you're collecting. As you're collecting them, you want to claim them. You want to claim those points. Okay? And then the blue box are represented in terms of how many points you're collected. And then that blue box follows with you to every live you go to. See you. Do your thing. Thank you so much, Hayden, for being here on my YouTube. I'm also on TikTok. I'm doing both chats at the same time. I appreciate you. Um, and so, yes, that's happening at the same time. And so, yes, still going. All right, friends. So, what I want to do, how you doing, Coach Miss Jessie? Thank you for coming on in. So, tapping the screen, you'll see where it says 9.9K. That is taps. Those are taps that you are doing. So, when you come into a live, get information. Thank you. You're so welcome. As you're coming into a live, you are tapping. You are tapping. So that heart will start showing a pink heart that will pop up as you're tapping the screen. A line's going to crawl across. And so as you're tapping, and as a live host, you want to tap your own live. Thank you. We achieved our goal, our daily heart me goal. Thank you so much. As you're tapping, that heart gets fatter, and then it's going to start percolating little dots. And then when you let go, you'll see how many taps you did, how many likes. The confetti will pop on the screen and fall down. You see the confetti, I do not see the confetti. But it essentially is a way for you to know very intentionally of how many likes you've gotten and you're tapping, okay? And so you want to, we're going to set another goal. Yeah, we can set another goal. We're going to set another daily heart me goal. My gift box is up there too. Okay, so that's the goal that we'll set. I was going to do another one, but it didn't let me. What's the topic? What's the topic, Pepsi? The topic is how to be a live host and how to monetize your expertise. That's what we're going to talk about, Pepsi. Do you set your own daily heart me? I'm sorry. That was a flash goal that TikTok had. It said achieve the flash goal. That's a flash goal that TikTok set for us. And so you'll see now TikTok is creating these other games out here for us to engage. And so all these ways that we can connect with each other. Let me see. It says you won the live goal thing that will. Okay, and so essentially there's it's like a live goal that they have in here. And so if you, that's the live goal. My other one, okay, yeah. So that's the live goal. So yeah, they set different flash goals out there. I noticed they started doing that actually like last week. I'm sorry, the other day, Sunday, this week. So on Sunday was the first time I saw it. And so I think it's a new thing that they're starting because that's the first time I've noticed it. But it's a fun way to get people engaged. So set a flash goal. Thank you all. Tapping the screen is a way to get engagement. Sharing the live. So right now we have 20 shares, people tapping the screen. And so when you share the live, it's copying the link. You share out the live. You can touch my nose, touch my glasses. The center of the screen is another way to share your live. And as a live host, you want to share your live. You want to share your live to your top supporters, and you can share it in bulk to them, or you can share it to individuals if you touch the screen. But this is another way to share out the live. I just shared it with 10 or more people. And so as you are engaging, ask your viewers to share out your live. You might even set a goal for that to say, hey guys, let's see if we can share it out to 5 or 10 people. And so that's another way to get people to engage. Thank you, Michelle. I see you on the tube. I appreciate you being here, friend. He said, I'm going to be in both places for you. I appreciate it. You're doing fine over on my tea. I am. Thank you so much. I'm talking. I need to do better with engaging over here too. As you all see, thank you, Donna. Thank you so much for being here. I am on both screens. I'm on my tube. I'm doing that on purpose. And I'm here with you on TikTok because I want to make sure I am connecting with all of you all and I'm growing my presence over on the tube. And so we're going to continue to do that. I'm going to make that part of my strategy. So everything I'm telling you to do, I would encourage you to do. Everything I'm doing, I would encourage you to do as well. So just kind of keep this in mind as another strategy. So sharing the live, tapping the screen, that's important, okay? So you want to make sure you're being intentional and you want to tell your people to share out the live. If they share it out to more people, that's more people that come into your room. TikTok will push that out to other people as they see people are here, they're engaging, they're connecting, and you intentionally will grow your live because people are actively engaging. The daily heart me, let me talk about that. Because sharing a live, commenting, and liking a live is free. That's That support. That support matters. How are you doing your YouTube at the same time? He said, how are you doing both? I actually have my tablet. And it's funny, it's my little preschooler's tablet. It's his tablet. And if he saw me using it right now, he's at preschool. He'd be like, my tablet, mommy, why are you using my tablet? But I'm using his tablet. And so essentially I just have it on my YouTube channel. And I'm going live there. So YouTube, let me just explain this real quick. You have to have at least 50 subscribers. And so you have to have at least 50 subscribers to then go live on YouTube. Here's the trick about YouTube. YouTube is really good with tracking people who just subscribe and don't watch videos. They consider that fake engagement. So you really want to be intentional about making sure you have people who actually who watch the video and then click the subscribe button. So what we're doing, and I don't have a lot of subscribers on this channel. I don't have a lot of subscribers. Let me get some water. I don't have a lot of subscribers on my YouTube. I'm still growing it. But what I will say is that from my IG crack chat group chat, we're growing over there. So what we did, and there's two things I did. By getting my bundle, you got to watch a video. So that's one thing. You got to watch a video, and you can say launch your income. You can watch that video. It's an unlisted video just for people who have the bundle. What I do is go back and watch one of your videos so you get a subscriber from me. And then in the group chat, people have actually, and Doretta, I think Doretta, you're one of the people who bought the bundle. So in the group chat, if you have a short, a YouTube short, put it in there and say, guys, I want to grow my YouTube. Would you watch this video and subscribe to my channel? And so we did that. Some people did it like last week or a couple weeks. There was like some email, some thread where people had posted a lot of their shorts for people to connect on YouTube. I probably will put that out there again to remind people to do that because you want to build your community. There's over 100, I think we're right at 125 people that are in the group chat. So if you got all those people, at least 50 of them, half of them, to subscribe to your channel, you can grow over there too. So we're being intentional about this. I want you all to grow. I want you to make sure you're leveraging every resource so that you can grow your community. And so what I'm doing is I'm just going live. I'm sitting here talking. I'm looking at my YouTube right now, going live, as well as going here. And I'm trying to build this up so that I can get to monetizing over here. Now, you have to have 1,000 subscribers over here. And there's a couple ways you can do it in terms of putting shorts out there and getting more subscribers as people watch your shorts. I need to do that more. But again, you want to be intentional about just being aggressive with your posting, putting content, taking this content from TikTok and making it a long form video. You can do that as well. So those are ways you can do it. What can I do to get my pay from TikTok? What does that mean, Nat? Let me know what you mean by that. To get paid from TikTok? What can I do to get paid from TikTok? Thank you for the Daily Army. You can go live. That's the first thing I would say. You can go live. Let me see something real quick. Because you got live access. You don't have a bio. We got to put some words in that bio. But you have live access. So you can go live. And that way you can start building your community of supporters and growing that way. You said you have 93 subscribers. Go live. Go live on YouTube. You said I have the bundle. Go live. That's nice. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, just go live and see how things go and just evolve it. You know, right now what I'm doing is not, I mean, I think I've had 5 people at one point come in to the YouTube channel, and a couple people have been commenting and connecting, and so I appreciate that. But as you do it, and this is what I tell people, it doesn't happen instantly. It grows over time. So the 5 today and the people that have connected, who knows, tomorrow might be 10. Next day it might be 20. And so as you go live and get more subscribers, YouTube will push people in your room too, and you'll grow that way. So I would say just go live. Just continue to do it. Okay. Thank you so much, you all who are coming in doing the Daily Heart Me. I appreciate you so much. So let me talk about the Daily Heart Me. So the Daily Heart Me is where you are coming into someone's live. You are like a check-in. I tell people when you go to a conference, when you go to a sporting event, you go to a concert, you always have to check in. There's always a check-in process. And so that's what the Daily Heartbeat is. It's a check-in to this live, and you're building this community here by saying, okay, I want to engage. And so the live host gets data, which is magic. That's the gem of the live host, because you are now building your team. You know who came into your live, who checked in. You can put tags by them, because if they were a high engager, they were a commenter, they were people who are liking the live, sharing the live, gifting, doing all the things. You want to make sure you cultivate that team. So continue to tell people to get the Daily Heartbeat. Now, as a viewer, you get points. You get 45 points for clicking the Daily Heartbeat. The box will pop up, and I tell people now pay attention to that box, because it will say claim, 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 claim points that you've collected. So you want to claim those points. You don't want to leave the live without claiming your points. So TikTok is making you be very intentional as a viewer in terms of how you're doing. And if you click that little question mark in the corner, you'll see a breakdown of what does it mean now to engage fully and get the Daily Heartbeat. Okay, so watching a live for 5 minutes or more, you get 8 points. Up to 40 points you can get just by watching the live. Okay, so TikTok is saying, okay, I know you're going to be here. I want you to watch TikTok. I want you to be here. I want you to engage. And so because of that, they're incentivizing you to get points, to engage fully, and make sure that you are claiming those points. Do you feel it's necessary to start an entire new account if my current account isn't reflecting your niche? Is that what you're about to say? Isn't reflecting what you want to talk about? Hold on 1 second. The second comment got filtered. Let's see. You knew it was going to get filtered, huh? You're like, what am I know TikTok don't filter this comment. It did. I originally just posted fun videos, basically nonsense. Here, okay, great question, Robin. Here's what I would say. It depends on what you want to talk about. That's what I would say first of all. What do you now want to shift to? So that's the first question. If you are looking at creating an account, okay, let me start over. There is a school of thought that says, yes, you should create a new account because the algorithm is now thinking about the fun videos, the stuff that you were searching that was just random stuff. So it's going to take about 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, to get the algorithm back in sync based on what you want to talk about. And so what you should do, and this is kind of a school of thought out there. I don't necessarily practice it 100%. So I'm just saying this out loud because I know I'm not 100% loyal to my niche and my topic. But there is a school of thought that, hey, thank you so much for joining. I see you, Max Joy and Elegance, for getting the popular, sharing the popular vote as well. But what I will say is that if you are going to be committed to your niche, committed to your topic, and only focusing on that, that is a strategy that people have. And they don't focus on anything else. And so when they build that second account, they focus on, so say, yes, Michelle's here. She says, yes, Michelle crochets. So I'm going to use her as an example. So say, for example, 1 second, I got a call that came in. Say, for example, you started a new account and it was nothing but about crocheting. So all you searched was crocheting content. So that's feeding your feed. The only people you follow, there's people who are very strict about this too. The only people you follow are people who are part of your topic, your niche, crocheters. So those are the only people you're going to follow. The knitters, the crocheters, that's it. Nobody else. So even in your live, people are very strict about that. They say, hey, I can't follow you back because I don't want to mess up my algorithm. My algorithm is only focused on this particular niche. There are people who are that loyal. Somebody asked me that a couple weeks ago. It's like, why don't people follow people back? And I said it then. People just focus on what they want to. They're focused on their content. So they're focused on their niche, and that's all they're focused on. And because of that, TikTok categorizes them. Wow, that makes sense. It does. TikTok categorizes them because the algorithm is just seeing that for them. All you're doing is focusing on that type of content. And so all they're doing is engaging with that type of content. And then all they're doing is posting about that content. And so they're being very loyal to that content. And because of that, their videos will get pushed out to people who are searching for that type of content. Okay, so You got to be, so that is a school of thought. So if you did want to start an account and you wanted to practice that, you have to have a niche. So I told you I'm somebody that is, I do, let me say this differently. I don't practice fully focused on my niche, but I do see the value in having your niche and having what you're talking about. Because again, the way this algorithm operates, it hears what we're saying, it sees the words we're typing, it understands that that is what we're interested in. And so when we say niche, big category niche, we're talking about relationships, money, maybe travel, humor, those type of things that are like going to be a part of who you are and what you're essentially going to talk about and build content about. Um, I think that's important to have, just so that the algorithm knows who you're about and what you're going to do. Um, but oftentimes we do venture into other interests. We'll look at other topics, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think you just have to know what's going to happen as you venture off and look at other stuff. And so people will have backup accounts that will reflect their random searching and the things that they don't necessarily care about the algorithm, trying to keeping their main account in check because of the algorithm. So they'll do the random searching on their backup account or a second or third account. And so just kind of keep that in mind. But Robin, to answer your question, it depends on your goals. It depends on what you're trying to do with this account. If you wanted to use this account that has like 1,500 people on it, um, there is a way you could do it. Again, I don't know what your goals are, but what I would say is that if you have a goal to focus on maybe TikTok Shop, you could take this account that you're currently on and make that your TikTok Shop account, and you just post TikTok Shop videos. And maybe you have another account that has a very focused. Thank you, Bloom, title gifter for the Rosa. And then you have another account that is focused on your topic, your niche, whatever you want to really focus on. So that could be a way to do it. Because it's 1,500, you probably got TikTok Shop already. So, or at least the pilot program. And so you could make that part of your strategy. Um, but like I said, it just depends on what your goals are. So if you wanted to start a new account and be very strict about how you leverage that account, you could do it. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. I know that was a long-winded answer, but what you're asking is kind of complicated because it depends on how you want to engage on the app. And like I said, people who are pretty focused, they make one account, and that's all they're looking at. And their numbers when it comes to followers, following, the people they're following is very small. They don't follow a lot of people because those people they're following are specific to their niche, their topic. That's it. They don't mess around with anybody else. They're amassing a lot of followers, and they're like, I'm just focused on this particular topic, and that is a way they operate. And you can grow. That is a strategic way to grow, because then you're saying to the algorithm, this is all I'm talking about. This is all I'm doing. This is my topic, and I'm gonna stay right in here in this particular sandbox. I'm not gonna venture elsewhere, and that's it. And so there are people who do that. Um, Let me know if there's any other questions about that. Let me know if you, thank you, I appreciate you, JJ Brown. Thank you so much, friend. How are you? Um, and then my new people, I'm going to talk about the blue boxes. So if you are new, I need you to put a comment in. Just say new. And I'm going to show you the blue box. Say new, hi, whatever. Say hi if you can. Because here's what's going to happen. Once you put your comment in, you say new, click your photo. And I want you to talk. I want to show you the blue box. And so my friend, who told you, click your particular image. And then after you click your image, I want you to then click your level. So for you, you're level 8. Alexandria, you are level 0. I want you to click your level. Elegance at Large, you're level 14. Tortoise, you are level, what's Tortoise? I missed it. You're level 0, so I want you to click your level. And then, so once you click your level, not new. How you doing, Brenda? You're level 6, so I want you to click your level. And then I'm going to tell you about points, because these are the points you're collecting along the way. Okay, how you doing, Maxim, Mariexa? So once you click your level, then you are going to click see how many points you've collected. And then there's a forward slash symbol. It says how many points you need to get to that next level, the total amounts of points you need for that next level. And then underneath that is the difference between what you collected, how many points you need to get to the next level. That number, those experience points, is what you're striving for. So you want to look at that number to know how many total points you're going to have to get, that difference, to get to the next level. And so I want you to level up. So as you're in the live, you are engaging, you're sharing the live out. Thank you, Miss Darlene. I see you came in. I appreciate your friend. As you are engaging, you're being very intentional. Tom, thank you so much for being here. Samantha, thank you for engaging. So you want to be intentional. So you are tapping the screen, sharing the live. You are connecting with other people, okay? You are getting your daily heart rate like Digital just did. Get your daily heart rate. When that screen pops up, make sure you claim your points because you're getting points for watching. Every 5 minutes, you get 8 points, up to 40 points. So you want to make sure you are claiming those points. So you're getting points, and then TikTok wants you to gift. The gifting gets you a point for every gift that you give. You said, I think I went to 2. Did you go to level 2? I don't see where it showed up level 2, but you're almost there. I'm sure you're almost there. Good morning, everyone. I see you all coming in. And then the other thing I want you to do, you see Miss Darlene, I'm just going to pin this real quick because she is being intentional. She's connecting with people. She's engaging. She is growing. She is getting her community. And so you want to make sure if you click someone's profile to follow them, make sure you send a message. So at them, say at good morning, so that people know you're engaging. Now, what I tell you, and this is for my people with no bios, if you don't have words in your bio, then people don't know who you are. And you want to make sure you're being intentional about connecting with people and people know who you are. So you have to have words in that bio, okay? So TikTok also, so part of it is in a live because people click and say, okay, who are you? What's going on? And they want to ask, they want to connect with you, but they can't because they don't know anything about you. So I tell people, you want to be careful about who you connect with, that you're not connecting with someone who's not going to fully engage. To fully engage means that you optimize your profile, that you have words in your bio, that you have no longer have a username or the user nickname, and that you have a photo or image of some sort. And so you want to be intentional about that. And then the next thing you want to do is make sure that you have content that you posted. So if you have 0 likes on your screen, that means that maybe you're reposting other people's content, but you haven't posted your own because you don't have any likes. People can engage with your page. So make sure you are optimizing your page as well. That bio is important because TikTok will also categorize you. I talked about the categories earlier, but TikTok is trying to see who you are and what type of content you're going to post. And then they will put that content in a category. And essentially, people who are looking for that will get that content. That's how it works. That's how viral happens. Your content goes viral because people who are interested in that content also gets a chance to see it. And then they comment and they post and repost your content, and your content gets seen by some more people. So that's what ends up happening. I'm so happy you're explaining this. I keep wondering what this is all about. Oh, you're fine. Thank you so much, Carly. I appreciate you being here. Carly Kelly, thank you so much. That's what I'm doing. I'm here to help you learn and grow. And I want you all to be successful. But you got to take the steps to make sure you're setting your profile up, and it's money to be made. I said that all the time. Digital, how you doing? I'm doing great. Appreciate you being here. Hold on 1 second. Some comments got filtered. Alicia said, you must be intentional on TikTok. Yes, I'm about to level up right now as an example. Look at you. I love it. Silver, you said, I'm about to level up. Yes. Be very intentional and level up. So if you have specific questions, sometimes TikTok will filter you, but let me know if you have questions. I like answering questions, so I'm not a gatekeeper. I want to make sure you have all the information so you can fully engage. You have a great insight. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. She said, I just spent an hour engaging on FYP before posting my TikTok shopping. There you go. Yep. So that engagement is key. And I tell you, so I'm gonna pull up I'm gonna show my little challenge for us. We have a TikTok challenge for the 75 days. So I'm gonna pull that up in a second. because that's exactly it, Alicia. I want to make sure we are being intentional about our engagement. And so that's engagement in content, that's engagement in the lives. That means that we're going live, that means that we're posting content. Those four things, we are going to be intentional. We're going to level up, okay? Constantly learning something new every day, something new. There we go, elegance, elegance, absolutely. Oh, look at that! I haven't seen the. Thank you so much, Flavor. Yes, thank you so much, Mira Exa. Thank you so much, Mara Exa. Can you change your category? You can change your category. It takes about 2 weeks for you to post stuff that's based on posting and searching and engaging. It takes about 2 weeks for TikTok to say, oh, wait a minute. And you do mess with the algorithm. So your views for that type of content will get lower. You won't have the reach that you've had previously if you change it up too much. But it takes about 2 weeks for TikTok to realize, okay, I see what you're doing. Okay, now you're serious about this. You've changed your category. Now let me see. So I'll use the example: someone who had crocheting videos, and all you were talking about were crocheting, and now since the guitar came up, now you're playing an instrument, and now all of a sudden you're doing guitar stuff, and so now you're in the music, musician, instrument category, whereas before you were in the crafting, knitting category. And so now TikTok's like, okay, all right, why are you doing these guitar videos? Okay, okay. And then it's like, okay, okay, you're now serious. So now I need to switch you over. So you got to go through that pain of that switch for a little bit, but you can switch. Thank you, Level Up. Yes, I'm at work, but I will connect with you. Absolutely, July. July, awesome, awesome. I'm a July baby. So awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Digital said, how to tell how many engagement points you have. Okay, the blue box, digital. Digital. I want you to click your comment. It's probably way up higher. But if you want to put a new comment in, put in high. If you put a comment in, then click your photo. And then you're going to click your level 0. Okay? You're going to click your level 0. And then that shows you how many points you've collected. So far, there's a / symbol that says how many points you need to get to the next level. And then the difference is below. So that's the amount of points that you collected versus the ones that you need. That gives you the difference, and that tells you what you really do need to get to the next level. Can you put something in the bio? Can you put anything in the bio? I think you need to be intentional about what you put in the bio, but yes, you can put anything in the bio. I say always put words that are going to be keywords to your topic that you want to put. But yeah. How do you tell what level you are? So Kelly, Carla Kelly, I just explained that with Draft's comment. Let me know if you did. If I need to explain it again, I will. Butterfly, thank you for subscribing. Look at there. I do have subscriptions. Thank you for subscribing. I do subscriptions. I'm gonna achieve my goal, but I'm gonna raise the goal up. You always gotta keep raising your goal. Um, I have one of the lowest subscriptions that you can have on the app. It's at $2.99 per month. And so what I do is I do subscriber only lives. I want to make sure I'm helping you all along the way. So you can subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry, subscribe to me. I said channel because I'm on YouTube also. And so you can subscribe, and you'll be able to attend those sub only lives. And it's a Ask Me Anything. I usually bring a topic about monetization. So I want us to be constantly thinking about monetization from a TikTok perspective. So I talk about that. And so I want you all to grow, and then I'll post content just for subscribers, as well as you get the sub stickers. So if you go in the comments and hit that star, you can get the sub stickers and also be able to share. And I recognize my subs. Hope everyone's having a good day. How you doing, Miss TLC? Key says go digital. Hello, Key goes digital. Hello from Ohio. Thank you, friend. How you doing, friend? Thank you. I'm into dancing for meditation. There we go, July. Awesome. New comment. How you doing, Tom? Thank you so much, MJ. You know I'm going back up. I'm going to pin MJ's comment because she put something in there that speaks to how to make sure you what points you have. So let me go. I'm going to go over that one more time. No, I follow along when you explain. Thank you. You're welcome, friend. Thank you so much. To make a good bio, yeah, app to write one as an example. Yes. Use AI. I use that as an example. My 4 o'clock, I talk about that quite a bit, using chat in particular and having it help you write your bio. So I have a prompt that I walk you through in terms of brainstorming your niche and your topics and identifying your target audience and those keywords to track your target audience. So that's a prompt that I use first. And then it gives me examples of what a niche could be that I could talk about. And then I say, okay, write me an online outline for my live stream. So I tell it to do that for me as well. So that's another prompt that I offer. And then I offer a prompt that says, okay, now write me a bio that's 80 characters for my TikTok profile. So once I've identified what I'm talking about, what's my niche, I'm going to know my outline for my live, and then I say, write me a bio, and it gives me a bio for that. So um, I'm happy to show that, talk through that really quickly. Thank you so much, Michelle. I see the stickers. I appreciate you. Thank you, Beauty Beat. You guys are connected. I appreciate you all coming in. I see you all. Thank you so much. So yeah, so you saw what MJ had put in terms of the description. So if you click your photo after you put a comment in, the blue box, that blue box is where your points are that you're collecting. Okay? So as you're collecting those points, make sure you click your blue box. So here's what I do. And I tell people, I walk through, and if I missed a comment, I apologize. Just put it back in for me because I know the chat was chatting, and so I might have missed somebody's comment, but let me know if I missed a comment. And then TikTok will filter comments too. So if you feel like you're getting ignored, you might be being filtered. It's not me. It's not me. It's TikTok. So thank you so much. I see you, Kelly. Okay, so when I come in someone's live, here's what I do. First thing I do, I check in. Okay? Like I said, wherever you go, Teresa, thank you for joining. Wherever you go, you're checking in to something. Whether it's checking into a restaurant, you got to go to the hostess desk. You got to check in. You just can't have a seat unless it's that type of restaurant. Or you are going to go to a concert or a conference. Whatever it is, you always have to check in. So you're checking into this live. What does it mean to be a guest? What does it mean to be a guest? Be a guest. Oh, the guest, that's where you can come up and talk. It's a multi-guest feature. That's what you mean by being a guest. Yeah, that's the multi-guest feature, so people can get invited to talk. In my I don't do it as often here. It just depends on what's happening. But in my sub-only live, I use that feature because I want you all to ask me questions. I want you to engage. So it's a great way for you to connect in a very intimate way. Showing respect to the host and community. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. You're welcome. And so as you are coming into a live, you click that daily heartbeat. That's the check-in. That's essentially what it is. It's the check-in to this live. You're going to click that. You instantly follow the live host. So if this is your first time to the live, you're like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, let me say hello. Let me click the daily heartbeat. And it says, join my team because you are now part of this community. And so as a member, that's you now, a member of the community, you are now able to give team gifts. There's the team power that Miss Brenda just gave. Thank you so much. You can give team gifts. The butterflies giving the team power. You can level up and get a level up cake. You see people who do that. You also see the opportunity for you to claim points. So when that daily heartbeat pops up, you get 45 points. You will see a box pop up. Pay attention to that box now. I tell people to pause because I want you to read what's there. It says claim your points. You're claiming your points for engaging in the live. You're claiming your daily heartbeat points. You can put a comment in and get 30 more points. So you want to come back and claim those points. So in the live, here's the deal now. This wasn't the way a week ago. This just changed in the last few days. I want to say probably last Monday. We'll say that. So maybe it was just about a week ago. Where now you actually got to go to that daily heartbeat about 2 or 3 times throughout the live. Because you want to go come in, check in, and before you leave, you're going to check out. Okay? That's the way you need to think about it. When you come in, you're checking in. When you're leaving, you're checking out. You want to claim your points. Okay? And if I were you, because if your phone glitches and it shuts the live down and you got to come back in, you lose your points. So if I were you, I would do like some intermission check-ins. When you get up and there's an intermission, you just go ahead and click that button again and just make sure you're constantly checking in so you don't lose those points because you claimed them. Those are your points. You're here watching the live. I told you every 5 minutes you're getting 8 points. So get your points. When you put a comment in, you got 30 points. When you did the daily art, you got 45 points. So get your points. There's well over 100 points that you're going to get if you stay in someone's live at least 20 minutes. And so make sure you get your points, okay? Does my subscription automatically renew, or do I need to do something? You do need to do something, Samantha, unless you've extended it out. So you can get a subscription for the monthly. I've seen people do it over a year. They do the annual, so they'll just pay for a year. So it just depends on how you want to do it, but you have to renew each month. TikTok will notify you though. They will notify you if your subscription is about to expire. Good information. You're welcome. You're welcome. And so I want you to be intentional about collecting those points. No points left behind. You said, I noticed that. Yep. Yep. This is wild, great information you are teaching. Yes, I am. I'm helping you all. Yep. I don't want y'all to lose. We growing. We growing this year. This is what this is about. We are growing. And I don't gatekeep. I don't gatekeep. I want you all to be successful. So if I'm doing something right now, I'm on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube. I told you that before I started. So then you're gonna be like, girl, you on YouTube too? I didn't know you were doing. Yes, I'm doing YouTube. I'm doing both. I want to make sure I'm growing in multiple spaces, and I'm taking you along. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm showing you the way. I'm coaching you. I'm going to talk about my bundle in a second. I'm going to share all the different ways you can get a hold of me, but I'm here to help you grow. And as I'm doing it, I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm giving you the tools. I'm walking you through the process. I'm coaching you. I'm supporting you. I'm mentoring you. So all that is available for you. How did you learn all these great things? He said, Mom was like, how did you learn all this? How did you do this? Okay. Here's the deal. I am, first of all, I'm a serial learner. That's first and foremost. I'm one of those people that will learn and try to figure things out. So that's partially me. That's the Dr. Lisa problem. But other than that, it's like, okay, if I take in information, I want to make sure I'm sharing it out. So I'm an educator too by nature. So the learning part came from a couple different resources. Thank you so much. You leveled up too. The learning part came from I'm part of Gravitas Q Agency. That's part of it. I'm part of UBC community. UBC has a 2-hour module on TikTok live stream in particular, 2 hours. So I'm part of that community. Um, I'm part of a couple other mentorship groups too. But with that being said, I come here. I come live. I go on other people's live. I looked at the Live Academy. I'm one of those people where, as I learn stuff, I also am able to kind of think about it from a very strategic way. And then I take that information, I'm able to kind of share it out the way I process it. Now, somebody else may process it differently, but at the end of the day, I'm sharing just the way I learn and think about things. And I do it in a way where I'm also applying it. And so because I've walked through the steps of applying it, I can bring it back to you all. And then I will say this, because I am fairly, there's people who've been doing this for years. They've been TikTokers for years before any of us thought about getting on TikTok. Um, and I think they are removed from being a new person and being able to say, okay, as a new person, how do you do this? How do you engage? How do you do it in a way that is easier for me to kind of go through the steps in a methodical way? And so I can give it to you from a new person perspective as a newbie. Does that make sense? I know I'm now getting to the point where I'm not so new, but I am still fairly new and relatively new in this process. So I can share my experience in that way as well. I am going to catch up on comments because it just popped up on me. What communities did you say? Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to go back up because I'm going to break down those communities for you. Very interesting. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, I'm catching up on comments just in case I missed some. Everyone's so glad you were teaching us. I'm here for you, Daddy's daughter. I appreciate this. And then make sure you're connecting with people too. Um, isn't she awesome? Thank you, Keisha. I'm learning this information. I heard that. And I'm gonna give us a challenge. I'm gonna give us a charge for this next 2.5 months that we have. Bountiful. Oh, you subscribed. I appreciate that, friend. Thank you so much. You kicked off a subwave. So if we get 3 more subscribers in the next 15 minutes, I think TikTok, another game. TikTok gives us a special sticker for the subscribers. Thank you for all this information. How to get points. Duro, Duro, daily heart rate. You come into live, you check in, you get your daily heart rate points. That's 45 points. The screen pops up, you get 30 points for comments. And then pay attention to that screen because you got to claim some of those points. TikTok now says you got to claim your points. Then you're going to click your blue box. You don't have a blue box yet, but you're going to click your level 0. When you click you're going to click your photo for where you put your comment in. So you got to put a comment in, say hi. If you're curious about what I'm talking about, put in the comment hi. And then you click your photo, and then it will show your level. You click your level, it shows the points that you've collected, / symbol, the total points you need to get to the next level. And then the bottom of that is the difference. Points that you've collected minus the points that you need to get to the next level is your total experience points that you're striving for. Okay, thank you. I definitely do the renewal. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me do this. So interesting. Let's see. So TikTok filter. Can you guys tell? Hold on. He said, can you guys tell I've been on TikTok for 5 minutes? I'm a TikTok toddler. I love it. Your comment got filtered, but you're a TikTok toddler. That's okay. We all, hey, as long as you're willing to be here and learn and grow, that's what matters. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. It's not a lot of information to learn. You learn as you go. I tell you, I say it all the time. My subs know I got a sticker for it. Practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. Okay? So as you are learning, you're progressing. You're taking that information in, and it gets easier. You learn a little bit more. And I'll tell you, sometimes, as you're learning and growing, TikTok is changing the algorithm a little bit, and then you have to kind of learn a little bit differently, or you end up absorbing it differently because you're like, okay, now I need to think about it this way. How you doing, Dee Dee? Appreciate your friend. Wow, practice makes progress. It's not about being perfect. I want you all to get rid of the perfection. I'm telling you right now, I'm streaming on YouTube. This is my first time, and I know it ain't perfect. I'm looking at this. I've been talking to TikTok. I'm looking at this, and I'm like, okay, I need to do things differently. I need to figure out my lighting. I need to do my orientation on my screen differently. There's some things I'm learning, but practice makes progress. And so before you know it, I'm going to be a master on YouTube too, because I'm doing it, I'm engaging, and I'm taking it step by step. No way, you're great. Yeah, I'm doing. I have my preschooler. I have to get used to calling him. I used to say toddler. I was like, he's not a toddler anymore. But my preschooler, his little tablet. So I have it on YouTube right now. I'm streaming there, so that's what I'm doing. You're on YouTube. At the same time, yeah, I'm at the same time. You said amazing. And all I'm doing is talking. I'm here. I'm going to show you. Let's see. Let me see. Let me show you. Turn my screen this way so you guys can see it. I'm going to flip my camera and that's it. You see his little blue tablet? You can see my phone. You can see my phone on TikTok. I'm on my cell phone, and I'm showing you the camera. That's me right there. Yeah, on YouTube. So that's it. Just set it up. That's it. You just set it up. And so like my lighting is a little darker there. I got to figure out my lighting. I got to work on some things just to make it. You said nice. Not the tablet. You see the toddler tablet. That's exactly what this is. This is his tablet. If he saw me right now, we probably would be fighting over the tablet. Like, give me my tablet, mommy. All of a sudden, he want to play with the tablets because I have it. That, you know how little kids are. When they see you with something, they're like, I want it. I want my tablet. So that's exactly it. Yes, use the resources. That's it. Struggling for ownership. Yes. So I probably got to get my own tablet because if he sees this up here, he's probably gonna take his tablet from me. So I'm gonna have to get my own little tablet for this. I do have another tablet, but I have to. I probably won't use that. I think it's an older model, so I'm gonna have to work through it. Yes, yes. It is sometimes self-hindrance trying to be perfect. Yes, don't be perfect. If I could go back and look at some of my early lives here, I know I'd probably be like, girl, what was you doing? What were you doing? Make it work. Yes. I know I would say that. I'd be like, miss, what were you doing? What were you talking about? How was that? And so I met with my friend. I don't know if she's in the room. I met with a new friend yesterday because I do one-on-one consultations, and she was like, "I'm trying to figure this thing out." And she was talking and giving all the stuff, and I said, "You know what? You were the me, the version of me back in October." I just had to say that because I what she was saying resonated so well with me. And I'll say this because it's my other thing I talk about, from overthinking to action. But she was the version of me back in October where I was just overthinking the process. I had all this stuff that was happening and going on in my head. Oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Oh, no, I tried that. I tried this. And at the end of the day, I had to pause and say, okay, wait a minute. Let me pause. Let me figure this out. Let me take the steps. And I actually went to someone's live. That's why I said, somebody asked earlier about how did I get all this information? I went to someone's live and I had this epiphany. I was like, okay, you know what? I just need to go live. I just need to go live. That's it. She said she had gone live in December for all of the month. And I said, a New Year's coming. That's going to be my January challenge. I'm just going to go live. I'm just going to do it. All the other stuff that I tried to overthink, trying to be perfect and what to say and how to say, I was like, just go live. That's it. It's so sweet. You are one of my favorite educators on TikTok. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I want you all to feel like you can do this. It's not something where you have to overthink it. Now, I get it. Going live is not for everybody. But if you're saying, okay, what is happening? How do I need to change things? How do I shake it up? And if you are online and you are engaging with other people's content, engaging with other people's lives, their live stream, and you're like, okay, well, how do I make money online? How do I do this? This is a way to do it. It is a way to make money. You can make money by live streaming, and you can create a solution for your audience. And so that becomes another passive income stream, because as you're going live, you're talking to people's challenges, their pain points. You're building that community, and people are saying, okay, I know, like, and trust you. I want to hear more from you, or I'm going to support you, or I want you to support me, okay, in my journey. And so recognize going live as a way for you to build that know, like, and trust. I just posted about this because I talked about it in my live, because I post content from my live. And so I posted about this because I wanted you to be intentional about how are you talking to your audience. But the point is that you have to do it. And it's not going to happen overnight. But as you build that community, as you build the know, like, and trust, people will come to you. People are going to want to hear from you. And the beauty about TikTok is that it's the words you're saying. You're able to bring those people to your live because you're saying the words that matter to them. They're feeling the connection. And so you want to continue to do this. And don't give up on yourself. Just kind of continue to do it. It's going to take time to build, but it will happen. Doesn't matter if you have more followers than followings. Um, Digital, for what's your goal? The most people you can follow, your following, is 10,000. I said something earlier, and I guess I'm gonna repeat it because I want people to pick up on this. There is a strategy out there. That makes sense. I'm new to TikTok. How you doing, Leah? Thank you so much for being here. Your purpose is to achieve the goal you started. Together, you'll get through it. Yes, yes, absolutely. Um, I said this earlier. There is a strategy out there. If you are trying to keep this account in the algorithm true to what you're trying to talk about, then you may only want to follow people who are under that particular niche and topic. And you may want to be strategic about following people who are already have a high follower count, people you're looking at, you're reposting their content, you're engaging with their content, because those are people who already have established themselves on the app within your niche and topic. That is a strategy. Is that yeah, that's a strategy. I have not practiced that strategy personally, because I follow some of you. I mean, I do follow people who come in my live. I like it. Yeah, seriously, it's a strategy. It is a strategy. And so if you want to really think about your algorithm in a very intentional way. You follow people only who's about that particular topic, and you are following and engaging in their content because they have a following, and those are people who are also engaging in that content. And then those people will follow you. Not that you follow them back. That's the strategy too. You don't necessarily follow them back. So your follower count is low. So when you see people who have lower follower count, I would say low to me is like under 1,000, probably in the hundreds. Some are 2 digits. There are people who are like that have millions and millions of followers, and they're less than that. They're in the 2 digits. So many moving parts. It is a lot of moving parts, but that is a strategy. I put that out there because I don't want to mislead people to say, oh, it doesn't matter. Following does matter. It depends on your strategy in terms of how you're trying to manage your account. Um, and again, like I said, I don't practice that. So if I was to practice that, it'll be interesting because I probably could start a new account and just be that particular, very meticulous about how I start that account and who I follow and what I do, to see if it holds true. But that is what people do, and they will, because they are so focused on their niche, who they're talking, their audience, who they're talking to, as well as the topics, what they're talking about, and they stay in this little box with their content. And when they go live, they stay in this little box. They do well. They do well. And so, but that means that you're really very intentional about what you're doing. And so, but that is a strategy. So you asked me about following, and I would say, just be mindful of who you're talking to. But beyond that, 10,000 is the max that you can follow. And you said, thank you for that. Yeah. So I say that to people because I know there's people out there who are like, okay, what do I need to do differently? So I'm going to give this example. So, some of you may be, do you mess up your algorithm if you have separate accounts with different? No, you don't, because those accounts operate on different algorithms. It just depends on what you're doing on those accounts. So I have a total of 3 accounts. I have a total of 3 accounts, and as I said, I could start another account and just kind of play this out and see if I'm going to be able to do it fully. But I have a total of 3 accounts. My very first account was my mommy account because my daughter. So I told you I have a preschooler. I have a college age. Yes, second marriage, COVID baby. That's how he came about. Um, Thank you, D-Boss. I see you, friend. Thank you so much. Do you have to use different emails? Yes, you do. You have to have a different email phone number. I think it's one or the other. But yeah, it has to be a different email or phone number for that, for the other account. Um, and so my second account, my first account rather, was my mommy account, and my daughter. I tell the story. My daughter went viral in high school. She was on Musically, and then Musically became TikTok, and so she was doing COVID, doing a lot of little videos and stuff, and went viral a couple times actually. And so she had gotten up to like 22,000 followers. I was like, let me see what you're doing on this TikTok. Uh, and so that's why the account got open, and I never used it. Um, my my second account was an account I started back in August, and it was an account that was really focused on positivity. It was faceless. It is faceless because I still have it. It's faceless. Thank you so much, Butterfly. And I was like, okay, let me see, what's this TikTok thing? I hear it in the news. People are talking about making money. What does this mean? And then in my mind, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to swipe and I'm going to really do this, then I want to do it where it's authentic to me. And I'm going to do it in a way that is uplifting. So my algorithm for that other account is it's faceless, but it's about positive messages. So affirmations, meditation, all the different things just to help with your mindset. And so that's what that account was created for. And that's all I see in that feed for the most part. Now I do on occasion swipe around and see other things, but for the most part, it's feeding that type of content to me. This account, then I was like, okay, I started seeing people and I was like, I want to be face forward. So the question got asked earlier. My friend who asked, I don't know if he's still in the room, he was like, how did you wanted to know what organizations I said, what companies I said, that I researched or that I'm part of a membership for. And I'm kind of I'm going to talk about them in a second, but I'm kind of taking you through the thought process. And um, so put a heart. I wanted to make sure I said your name. So put a heart if you're the person who asked about what was the companies again, or the organizations I'm a member of. Um, but with that, I started thinking very intentionally about how do I want to show up here. So I know I wanted to show up as Dr. Lisa. It was you, Intel. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, Intel Bella. Um, so I wanted to show up as Dr. Lisa because that's who I am. I'm a PhD, leadership and education, and I was like, okay, I want to be my authentic self in that way. And then I was like, I want to talk about monetization because that's what I'm here for, because that's true in terms of how I think about this app. I just didn't want to swipe. I wanted to monetize. I was seeing on the news how people were monetizing. I was like, okay, I'm curious. Let me figure out this thing. And so I just didn't want to swipe, but I wanted to think about launching your income, launching my income. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you, Dr. Laura. So that was kind of my mindset too. And the first course, because I knew digital marketing, this is a facet of digital marketing, live streaming, a subset of it. And I was like, I know digital marketing is something that people are looking at in this space. And so let me learn about it. And so I talked about that. I'm trying hard to monetizing. Yes, yes. I got you, friend. I can give you some tips and strategies. And so UBC was the first course I bought. I did my research. Somebody asked me this about a week ago. And they said, how did you pick UBC? Um, UBC came about for a couple of reasons. First of all, I had started researching the others. And I said I have a PhD. I also have an MBA that's in marketing, and concentration was marketing and human resources. And I have a master's in social work. So that always leads how I talk to people is the social work. So I try to lead with compassion and empathy for people because you never know people's journey. Um, and then the MBA, the business mindset is how I also think about things. So I'm thinking about things from a business perspective. So that's again how my mind works. He said, "Holy cow!" He said, "You're like, holy cow!" I told you I'm a serial learner. I'm a student. I'm a student. And then most of my career was in higher education, so I was teaching and learning. You've been such a help and inspiration. I'm still learning, but thank you. You're welcome, Nikki. I appreciate you. You said smart lady. Me too, but girl. Exactly. That's how I. That's so. And I will tell you this. It's funny because you guys are right. You gotta go get more letters. I'm not getting no more letters. I'm done. I'm done. I am done. Done being. Now I'm in TikTok school. That's the school I'm in. You said, "Do you sleep?" I sleep. I sleep, but I sleep. Doing a whole lot, but I do sleep. Um, well, the PhD was the last degree. That was 10 years ago. So, in all fairness, I I kind of, like I said, I'm in TikTok school. I bought the digital marketing course, so that was probably the biggest thing I had done from a learning perspective in quite some time. As in all fairness, no, I kind of sort of because I've done some trainings and conferences and some other stuff that don't count. But that's probably the biggest thing I've done in recent time is like in this digital marketing journey and space. I feel like I'm in TikTok school. You're right. You do color gems. That's it. So yes, and you all are in TikTok school. That's what this is. This is TikTok school. And so because of that, agree. How much was that? How much was the course? Miss Rosie. Okay, I will talk about UBC. Let me talk about UBC different. I'll talk about it in my stand store. Here's the deal about UBC, and this is what I tell people: grab the free download because UBC is about to become affiliate almost any day now. They told us it was going to be yesterday. So they do weekly calls. So we'll see if they're launching by the end of this week. So it was supposed to happen February, then it was supposed to happen March, and now we're in April. So here's what I will tell you. I've had a couple people like Dr. Laura, some people recently who have purchased UBC at the current rate. What is UBC? The Ultimate Branding Course. It's the Ultimate Branding Course, and it's a digital marketing course, and so they purchased it. Here's the deal about it: If you are looking to resell UBC, the perk of it is that you can resell it at 100%. Today, if you had somebody you wanted to talk to and who wanted to buy it, and you're like, here's the course, go ahead and buy it, you could get 100% of your money back. Okay, so that is part of it. Um, when they change to the affiliate, it's going to be 85. So it's going to be 85% for you, 15 for UBC. So they're going to change to an affiliate program. Um, because we're talking about this, I'll give the backstory a little bit. All of these courses, whether it's SWC, DWA, DBA, RBA, UBC, all these courses, all of them have initials. All of these courses started off with what's called master resale rights. Master resale rights means that you can take a course and you can resell the course. And with those particular courses, you're reselling the course, and people who buy the course from you, and you included, are put into their community. Okay? So you're put into their community and you're learning from those instructors, and they're typically high earners, and they're teaching you the tricks of the trades. Oh, that sounds awesome. It is awesome. UBC is awesome. I'm going to say UBC in particular. You're learning the tricks of the trade in terms of how to engage, how to be a high earner, and understanding digital marketing as a business, whether that's affiliate marketing, which is a subset of digital marketing, live streaming, which is what we're doing now, or social media marketing, marketing your course or your services, your mentorship, your consultations, your coaching, whatever it is, how to use social media to do it, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, how to do that effectively. And so when you talk about digital marketing, all of these courses have their strategy to do it. Now you got to figure out a strategy that resonates and relates to you. And what I liked about UBC in particular, oh, let me go back before I say what I like about UBC. So master resale rights. Master resale rights. So they all sold their courses where the person could buy the course and the person could be put in the community. Here's what I realized. The whole point of that, I was like, that doesn't make business sense to me. Why would you buy a course and then the company isn't getting any money from that course because the person gets 100% of the resale? Like, why would you do that? Here's why they did it. What they gain is the affiliates. They were also affiliates for different companies, whether that was Stan, whether that was for school, whether that was for any other type of affiliate links that was embedded in the course. So they were getting affiliates, and so they get a commission off. Same thing as TikTok Shop. When you sell a product, if you sell somebody's charger cord, you might sell it and get $1 for every cord you get. So they were getting affiliates for it. That's essentially what was happening. They were getting affiliate. However, what they realize is that at some point that affiliate isn't actually, you said right. So that affiliate is not actually maximizing how much they could be making if they just made their course, their initial course. Hello from Chicago. How you doing, friend? You know Chicago's my hometown. I'm in Orlando, but I'm from Chicago too. Awesome. How you doing? Um, so what was happening is that they weren't getting as much as they thought they could have gotten by master resale and from the affiliate process. And so they said, okay, wait a minute. If we're getting all these sales from this course, we need to flip this and now make our course an affiliate course. And we still could potentially get the affiliates from these other things too, but our initial course needs to be an affiliate. So a lot of these courses have now switched to affiliate. You said, wow, yeah. UBC was the last one to do it. UBC is the last one. I think they're trailing behind. They haven't done it yet. So they're trying to switch to an affiliate, and they've been kind of kicking the can down the road saying they're about to do it. And they've been doing this since February. So February, March, and now we're in April. So hopefully they switch any day now. That's kind of what they've been telling us. They're at the finish line of making this happen. But they're about to switch to affiliate where the person who purchased the course gets 85%. They retain 15%. And then what will happen is it'll be 85-15. The course, what they said they're going to do is do a quick discounted. And when I say quick, probably a 24-hour, where they drop the price just to kind of build momentum with this relaunch as affiliate. And then when they do that, it'll be the first time they've ever had a sale on their course. They've never had a sale before. And then here's what's going to happen. And I'm being transparent. Whatever I tell you, I don't gatekeep. I tell you exactly what's happening. Once they do this sale, they're going to increase the price. So they're going to drop it. So you want to be a person who gets the sale price, hopefully quickly. The sale price is probably going to be a deduction between $100 discount or maybe even $150. So that's what they've kind of teased between those two numbers. Of course, price will increase, and then the price will increase. And so, so right now you see that $4.99. So let me just share this very intentionally for everybody who wants to hear this. If you buy the course today, you can resell it at 100% and get 100% of your money. Once they change to an affiliate, that goes away. So you won't get 100% of your money. You'll just get 85%. And that'll change pretty quickly. I think there may be a small little couple day, maybe a week grace period, but that will change pretty instantly. So you won't get 100%. So if you are someone who's sitting here now like, oh, I could really sell this course again. I say the course is a perk to resell. That's not the magic. The course itself is the magic. So I'll say that first of all. But it is a perk that exists as of today. If you were someone who was like, okay, you know what? I don't know about reselling. I just want the information. I would say wait for the sale. Wait for the sale. But when the sale happens, you have to be ready because I think it's only going to be like a 24-hour sale, if that long. So you want to make sure that you get it and you know about it. And that's why I said get the sneak peek so you can be a part of my email list. And I will email people out when the sale happens. And then if you're someone who's like, okay, I'm torn, what should I do? I would say just be mindful. You said waiting. I hear you, Betsy. You said waiting. If you're someone who is like mindful of like conscious about pricing and stuff, I just want to make sure I am very transparent with you by saying the price will be higher sooner than later. I don't know when, but the price will probably go up to like a $6.99 course or a $7.99 course. That's probably what they're looking at. Because here's what's happened. They now being affiliate, they realize that they only getting 15%. So they're going to increase the price so that they can get more money from the course. So a lot of these courses are going to do that. They're going to increase their pricing so they can get a little bit more money, a little bit more from the pie. Okay? So they want to get a little higher cut. So that's what's going to happen because of this affiliate thing. So I'm being honest. That's the business mindset part of me. So now you're getting that piece. So I'm being honest about those are your different choices. Back to UBC. So I picked UBC because of the branding. I talk about branding all the time. And so branding is and so again, the business mindset says, okay, if you're going to do this, then you got to make sure people understand that their brand needs to resonate with their target audience. And I say all the time, if you are talking to everybody, then you're talking to nobody. Because people need to feel like you're talking to them. Like your information resonates with them because they're either challenged by something and you're saying something that is going to solve that challenge for them. They have some type of pain point, whether it's time to do it all, time management, or issues surrounding being stressed and overworked and how do you have the work-life balance. Whatever that is, you need to be able to say, okay, here's how I'm going to help solve that problem for you. Here's how I'm going to support you as you're navigating this process. And so for me, all of you are like very much probably, and I tell people this all the time, your brand and your target audience need to align. And if you are talking to your target audience, then you're talking to yourself too, because your target audience usually is a reflection of you. Okay? How you doing, Safe for Life? How you doing, Butterfly? Thank you so much. Happy Tuesday, Phenomenal. And so if you are someone who was sitting here, like I said in October, I was like, okay, I know some of you resonated when I said, okay, I'm looking at trying to figure out digital marketing, learning the process. I'm a serial learner. I want to do well. I want to make money. How do I do this? And so that was probably many of you in the room that were like, okay, what do I do? How do I do this? How do I get into this space? How do I make money? Or you're like, okay, you know what? I want to figure out balance where I can spend time at home. I have a preschooler now. He's at preschool. He is not here. But I want to figure out balance for myself so I can have a little more flexibility and freedom. Okay. And so you're looking at those type of ways to do that. And for me, that was digital marketing too, because I was like, okay, let me make a go at this, but let me do this in a way that's authentic to me, where I can be consistent and I can engage and I can still, make sure I'm doing my other responsibilities around my home with my day job and the other things I do. So your target audience usually is a reflection of who you are, and that's what I wanted to say. Um, so UBC is the ultimate branding course. Let me just finish Intel Bella, your question. UBC was the one course that offered a lot about digital marketing. It has a 2-hour module on um, TikTok live streaming. So being a TikTok live host. Um, it has like almost 40 hours of content, and even with this relaunch, they're adding more content. So that's another piece. And then Gravitas Q is a live host agency here on TikTok. I'm a member of Gravitas Q. So Gravitas Q for me has also been helpful. And Gravitas Q, similar to UBC, because I think they both offer similar modules. They have the little quick videos that they do. Both of them do quick videos. But Gravitas was talking about it from growing with your league. See, I'm in League C2, growing your diamonds, how to engage your audience. So it was really focused on the live host experience. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, and ultimately getting you to battle. So battling, you're going to be like, what's battling? Battling is those competitions. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's essentially where you are competing with another live host. You and that live host. Thank you for the daily heart, mate. You and another live host are competing for points. And live host is the traditional way. He said battling confuses me. It's the traditional way, but it could be multiple team battles. It can be multiple ways of doing it. But essentially, you're battling to get the most points, and your live room. Yes, battlers are fun for me. Yes, your live room will support you. So I'm not going to do a battle. I did one battle already in March. It was like early March. I'll probably do a battle later in this month of April. I'll keep you posted, because actually I do need to keep you posted because you guys need to come and support. Thank you. How you doing, Nikki? Um, but I'll probably do one sometime in the month of April. So we'll see. I say I'm a learn room. It took me a minute to get in on to act exactly support exactly. It took me a minute to get on board with the whole battle thing, because I said I'm a learn room. But I told you earlier, when you are going live, your purpose as a live host is to educate, entertain, and or inspire people. That's the role of a live host. That's what you do. And because of that, people will get to know, like, and trust you. But at the same time, as a live host, I realized I kept saying, I'm a learn room. I'm teaching you about this process. All that other stuff doesn't matter. What I realized, and it came apparent to me, and I say in or aspire, is because as a live host, you have different audiences. People want to feel a connection to you. People want to feel engaged. And there are people similar to the TikTok streets that go and have different facets. They can go to a conference one day, and then the next day they're going to a sporting event, or they're going to a concert, or they're going to the casinos, depending on where you're going, to Vegas. And so people are doing all of that. And people are bringing their whole selves here to TikTok. And that's the reality of it. And so, as a live host, you need to be able to connect with your people, but support them. And you'll have different types of audience that are looking for different things from you. And so, that's something I had to come to terms with and embrace, recognizing that there are all types of people here on the TikTok streets, like we have in the regular streets. And people come here for entertainment or education in order to be inspired. And that's what they're here for. So I had to honor that, honor my audience, honor my viewers, and recognize that as a live host, you can do it all. Or you can do something mainly and do the other things too, in a small dose too. So, well, I'm learning and entertaining. Thank you, Butterfly. Appreciate you. I'm motivational in music room. There you go. See that? See, yes, so true. Absolutely, absolutely. And so you just have to honor your audience and say, okay, people are here doing all types of stuff, and My husband teased me. He made the joke about when I first was going live, I had the trolls that came in my room. He's like, "Well, the TikTok streets is like the regular streets. You got all types of people you're gonna come across. Okay, so don't get scared now." And so I was like, "True, true, I guess." But that is true. You know, you have all types of people here, and some people are, have nefarious nature about them, and they're gonna do things that are not nice. Yep, yeah, all types of people are here. Absolutely. And so you just got to be careful. Make sure you don't fall prey to some of those shady characters. I say that because I have had a couple shady characters duplicate my profile and take my videos. Oh, 1 second. I gotta charge my phone. And so make sure you report those people if they come off and send you a message talking about cryptocurrency and all this other stuff. That is not me. What I talk about here, and it's in my stand store. If it's not in my stand store and I haven't talked about it here, then I'm not about it. That's all I say. That's all I'm going to say about that. So I just want you to report them first, and then block them. And then somebody came and told me another way to report them. So I need to go through that process. But there is another way to make sure that those accounts are reported. Yes, report and block. Absolutely. How do you deal with that? Yeah, it's frustrating. You know, it took me a minute to adjust to it. But like I said, I come here and I tell you. So if you are in my live, hopefully you heard me say it at some point where I don't. And so what I've done now is that I don't initiate the outreach. I don't DM people. I was doing that at first. And what I will say is that that is a good practice. I don't want you to get away from doing that because, again, Daily Heartbeat, you're trying to build your team. You want to make sure people support you. You want to make sure you're showing gratitude and appreciation for people who are connecting with you. So I try to do that here as much as possible because I now since they DM people and they're initiating that, I feel awkward saying, "Hi, thank you for this," and then I don't want you to get confused and be like, "Hey, wasn't I talking to you a second ago?" So now I tell you to DM me, and then I start a conversation that way, and that's how we're able to connect. And just make sure you're DMing the right person. Obviously, I got more followers. I have all my content. They just got little bits and pieces of my content. So just make sure that you're not, getting um, any any of those type of messages. And if you are, then you know this is not Dr. Lisa. This is not her. So, um, yes, sharing is caring. Absolutely. Thank you for all the great information. You are so welcome. So here's what I have to do. So I do have a 12:30 meeting. So I'm going to do this really quickly. I talked about my stand store, and I'm going to do something really quickly because I want us to be intentional about the next 75 days. So I'm going to show you really quickly our marching orders. Okay. This is our charge, our call to action to make sure you all are actively engaging. And then I'm going to talk about my stand store. I have a bundle that I discount just for this live. I don't do it any other time. I discount it for this live, as well as if you want one-on-one consultations with me, that's in my stand store. I talked about UBC. You can grab the sneak peek. That's in there. I want you to get my free guide. If you're somebody sitting here, you're like, "I'm nervous. I don't know what I want to do. How do I get started?" I want you to take action. I want you to, set aside the overthinking and start taking action. And so I even said today I took action. I set up my YouTube. I'm live on YouTube. I'm about to go 2 hours on YouTube for my first live. And I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to continue to have this tablet going. I'm going to play around with my lighting, to play around with the settings a little bit better. But I'm going to continue to do that and make sure I'm building and growing on YouTube as well. I didn't post yesterday. You didn't post yesterday? You're going to post today. Today we're going to post. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. And so let me show you my handout real quick. And so what I'm doing is clicking the effect where my hand is raised. It's going to be a palm effect. And so I'm going to show you a quick little document. We're going to run through it really quickly, and then I'm going to show my stand store. Okay. Okay. And so if you want to take a picture of this, MJ said you got to swipe. MJ, are you still in the room? What is your YouTube? My YouTube is Launch Your Income. It's not Dr. Lisa. It's Launch Your Income. I need to put Dr. Lisa on it, but it's Launch Your Income. I should probably put Launch your income with Dr. Lisa or something like that. So maybe I'll do it that way. But yeah, that's my YouTube. Definitely follow me over there. You got to watch a video. So watch a short, or if you come to my live, I think you can subscribe to me instantly when you look at someone's live. But you got to watch a short first. That's the trick with YouTube. YouTube will unsubscribe you real quick if you just hit the subscribe button and you didn't watch anything. They see that as fake engagement. So that's the trick with YouTube. You always want to watch a YouTube short and click the subscribe there, and then it'll take it. It'll take that subscription. Or put a comment too. That's another way. So if you watch one of my videos and put a comment, I will then go to your video, watch one of your videos, and put a comment in yours. That's what I've been doing for people too, because I want to make sure people are growing. So that's a good tip and strategy. You watch somebody's video, put a comment, and then they see that comment, then they go to your video, watch a video, and add a comment. Yes, adding comments. Yep, you got to add comments. Yes, that's right. Yeah, so you want to make sure you're doing that. And in my Instagram group, we were sending in our shorts in the chat, in that group chat. So I'm going to put that out there again for folks to like, okay, add your shorts so we can start building our YouTube, so we can live stream over there. We can start building a community over there. And you'll see yourself grow. You just got to do a little bit more with YouTube when it comes to posting shorts. You can use this as long form content, but you'll see how you'll grow. Okay? And then you make sure you're growing in this room too. I see you all. Make sure you connect with people. So here's the marching orders. Here's the challenge. I want us to be intentional about going live, at least 30 minutes. Okay? We're going to go live 30 minutes so that we can start building our community over here. Okay? So that's the whole goal. Go live 30 minutes. I say 30 minutes because that's how you monetize, specifically on TikTok. You want to monetize by how long you go live. So you want to maximize that. I'm not going to do the Scale Live rewards today, but click your Scale Live rewards. When you go live, you'll see it at the top. It says Scale Live rewards. Take a picture, take a look at that, screenshot it, so you understand how you're actually going to monetize. It is based on how long your duration of your live, which is why I say 30 minutes, how many days you've gone live. There's a weekly mission pot of money where you're collecting. You said for 75 days. 75 days, the reason why I picked this phenomenal, because we just got that extension. So now it's actually less than 75 days. We just got that extension where we are now able to be here with that extension into June 18th. So we'll see what happens as of June 18th. I know the world right now with the whole drama going on politically, we'll see what happens. But at the end of the day, we are going to make a go at this next 75 days, which is why I'm live streaming on YouTube too. Because I'm like, okay, you know what? TikTok streets, they may close the streets. They may shut these streets down. If that happens, I'm gonna go into the other playgrounds. I'm gonna go to these other streets. Okay? I'm gonna be very intentional about what I'm doing. So that's what I'm saying. Let's make sure we're being intentional about our efforts. This is awesome. 75 days is a good time. Yes. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. The next thing is you're posting daily. And I took a post from what I did yesterday. I'm just putting it out there. Now, I need to be a little bit more intentional with how I post and what I post, but I took something from my live stream, took a clip talking about branding, and I made that my post. Okay? However, I probably could have switched the order of this, but I wanted to make sure you guys knew about posting daily. However, before you post, I want you to engage for at least 20 minutes. Alicia, she came in earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but she came in early and said, I engaged for an hour before I posted my video. And that engagement mattered. So I said, okay, I didn't say an hour, y'all. I know time is limited. But I did say 20 minutes. And then I said, do the bottom-up engagement. I want you to be intentional about your bottom-up. Okay? So I want you to bottom-up means that you are sharing the live, reposting, or copying that link. TikTok doesn't know who you copied it to. So you're copying that link. You are then going up and favoring that content. I told you to do maybe 20 minutes. Maybe you're doing 3 of these, 4 of these, depending on how long it takes you. You are watching the video all the way through, and then you start engaging from the bottom up. Then you are commenting. And I said comments you want to pay attention to, because comments are where your community, those are people who have a similar interest. If you are picking a post that is based on your niche, remember I talked earlier about, okay, there's a strategy here where you are only looking at content based on your niche. So if you're doing that and you're being intentional and you picked a content or a content creator that has a lot of views and a lot of comments based on your niche, you want to go in those comments and connect with other people that are in those comments and engage with them, engage with their content. And then they in turn will come to your page and engage with your content. So you're creating this, wheel of support, this cycle of support, because you did it and they're going to do it, and it's reciprocated. And so you want to be intentional about how you're doing that. So that bottom up is part of that strategy. Then you heart the live, and then you follow that person too. So that is part of why you do bottom up. Thank you so much from the FYP people. Appreciate you. And so being very intentional about what you're doing is going to be key to this. The last thing I want you to do is come back to lives. We are coming on lives. We are being very intentional. We are doing all this. You say you work at Amazon 10 hours a day. Hey, that's it. Just keep doing it. While you're there, you are engaging on TikTok. I love it. The last thing is I want you to come here, which makes it hard. You can decide if you can spend a little time doing it in the meantime. You don't have to do it all at once. The 30 minutes going live, you can do in the morning. I think that's going to be the main thing. Teamwork. Yes, teamwork. Absolutely. Yeah. So the morning, find the time in the morning. Find the time when you're on your break. There's people who use their lunch hours to go live. There's people who use their lunchtime to post content. I would say use your live and post content that way. That could be an easier, quick way to get content posted. But you want to make sure you have something posted that's relevant to the topic that your content. What's the best time in the evenings? You know what, Kayla? The best time, here's my first thing I tell people. As you're going live, find a time that's something that you can be consistent with. So the best time is the time that's going to work for you. Okay? So find a time that's going to allow you to be consistent. That's the first thing. I picked 4 o'clock. I do this 10 a.m. as my level up conversation, but my 4 p.m. go live with ease. I've been doing that since day one, and I'm going to keep that time. That was the time that works best for me. Now, what will happen is as you go live, TikTok will give you some analytics to say, here's when your followers are going live. So you may want to go live in the evening. And so TikTok gave me that recommendation. TikTok's not lying because that's when I'm on the phone scrolling. I'm looking at if my followers are a reflection of me, I'm on the app at 10. The problem is I'm no good at 10 because I'm tired. I have no energy. My battery has gone out. So I can scroll, I can engage, I can do that while I'm watching TV or put my little toddler to bed. And so I'm good in that way, but I'm not good for a live stream. There are other people who may be better for a live stream and can do it in the evening. There are several of you who go live in the evening because that works for you. But what I will tell you is find a time that works for you first. And then if you want to shift, that's fine. But first start with what you can do and be consistent with it. I'm switching to flexible so I can go strong on digital marketing. There you go, Rosie. I appreciate you. Yep, I agree. Yep. Find a time that works for you first. Now, like I said, the algorithm will say here when your followers are online. I will say this, the algorithm gives you a lot of data after your live. Most of my lives lately, my followers join, but they're like 10%. It's new people. It's people like you who saw me on the FYP. People like you who maybe my followers shared out the live, and now you're coming repeatedly and you're sharing out the live to your followers. So a lot of that happens. And so recognize that you can go by those analytics initially. But again, I say start with what you feel most comfortable with doing. Start with you. It's getting dressed for me. I'm slow with it. Okay, put your clothes out at night. He's like, I'm going to put my clothes out at night and I'm going to go live in the morning. In the daytime, I visit them and support them. Awesome. There you go. Yeah, absolutely. What I will say is the other thing I will tell you to do. So the last thing here is I want you to attend at least 3 lives. I want you to actively engage. I told you about doing that check-in when you first come in. You check in someone's live. Now I'm going to say this. Hopefully you didn't leave and you didn't check out. Make sure you check out and get your points. Claim those points. You'll see in a new screen says claim points, claim points. So if you come into someone's live and you sit for at least 5 minutes, you got some points because you get 8 points for sitting every 5 minutes for a total of 40 points. So just watching my video, you got some points. You got points for tapping the screen, sharing the live. You got points for putting comment in. You got points for clicking the Daily Harmony. So make sure you claim those points before you leave. We can't say we aren't being challenged. Let's go. There we go. What do the points do? The points give you more access, levels you up, the blue boxes. It'll give you TikTok access earlier. People will get it close to 100. I got it at 300. So the algorithm is rewarding people who are high engagers. They're pushing your content out a little bit more. You're being visible a little bit more. So you'll notice a difference in how people are engaging with your content. You're going to notice a difference too by doing this challenge, because people are going to engage with your content because you're engaging with theirs. But it also will give you TikTok Shop early, so you'll see people who get it earlier. It'll also give you gifts that you can give at a higher level. So that's really important because TikTok wants you to give because they get a percentage. But with that being said, it's also about the battles. So as you have more gifts that you can give, you can be a high level supporter of battles as well as a high level battler. So that's part of a strategy that TikTok has out there too. I like to name that because I want people to feel like, okay, wait a minute, what about these gifts? The gifts is part of TikTok strategy because they get a percentage of it. So followers is another thing I want you to pay attention to. So these are the metrics that we're going to track. So I want you to pay attention to. Oh, look at your title gifted for the Rosa. Phenomenal. Thank you so much. I want you to pay attention to followers, following, likes, blue box, diamonds, and rewards. Rewards is that money that you're making as a live host. So if you are following my tips and strategies on how to engage people in your live, like I said earlier, if you are being intentional about doing all this, you're going to see growth. So that's why I want you to track how things are growing for you. I want you to pay attention to those metrics. I want you to be able to see that. When I posted on Sunday night that I hit 10,000 followers, I started off in January. Show my face. I started off in January with 1,600 followers. I sit here in April with 10,000. That's because of engagement. That's because of consistency. That's because I'm showing up. I'm engaging all of you. And so you'll see your numbers grow. Okay? You said I have over 25. Look at you. That's it. You're going to grow. Oh, 25K. Oh, you didn't put that K there. Yes, you do have 25K. So Rosa, you need to be here. I don't know what you're doing. Your job is great, but you need to be here. You did not put that K, but cheers to you, friend. We need for you to regroup. You're like my daughter. My daughter is like 22K. Well, I think she's now at 18K because it went down because she stopped engaging. But I told her, I said, boo boo, you need to be here. She's like, Mommy, okay, I'm gonna do something. I guess. They don't like listening to their parents. Somebody else has to tell her. Somebody else will tell her, and then she'll start listening. Hopefully she listens because I'm gonna keep doing this. By the end of the year, I'm gonna show her the growth that's happened. I'm going to let her see. I'm going to surpass her numbers that she has and surpass the income that she's made as well. And I'm going to show her, like, look here, look at your mama. Now will you listen to your mom? But she's in college. So now she's in college. She's a medical, a pre-med student. So I get it. She's very busy. She's a science major. So you say, why is that? Yes. Good afternoon. How you doing, Bless? Appreciate you being here, friend. And so let me do this. I got 20 minutes. So here's what I do. And I always show my stand store. That's something I do very intentionally. So again, I want you all to be paying attention because as you go live, you want to talk about your services and your support to people. I do have the Instagram group. That group has grown over. It's actually people who purchased the bundle. I think we're hitting like 175-ish. You said nice science major, yeah. And so I think we hit about 175. Here's the thing: not all those people are in the group in the IG chat. So I'm gonna say this. I say this all the time. If you bought my bundle and for whatever reason you are not in the group chat, you're like, "What are you talking about, Dr. Lisa? I don't know nothing about a group chat. I followed you. I would say you might have followed me, but you didn't send a message because I don't know just like with your TikTok names and your Instagram names, I don't know your names. So you need to message me. Okay, so send me a message so I know who you are and I can add you to the group chat. And just let me know what name you purchased under and I'll add you to the group chat. So that's the first step. I always say that to my people who are not in the group chat. And then I get it. People buy stuff online all the time and don't use it. What I will tell you is that this might be the one time you might want to use it. This might be the one bundle you want to get because it's going to teach you about not from a UBC comprehensive way. Because UBC is comprehensive. It's a full 52,000 person community. There's 52,000 people in that community that have gotten UBC that are learning and growing. So that's the thing about UBC. It's over 40 hours of content with all the different modules. What I give you is a mini course. You're learning the fundamentals about digital marketing. You are going to learn how to create a course or a checklist or your consultations or your physical product or your whatever your digital product is. You're going to learn how to create that and understand how to make that product sell for you, to offer that solution for your community. I tell you all the time about know, like, and trust. I want you to create that solution for your community. And then in turn, what you're going to do is create that product, put it in your storefront. I use Stand Store, put it in your storefront, and then people create the back end systems for that, the email flows, all the things you need to do, and then you're going to launch it and you offer that to your community. So as you're going live, people are building up, you're building that rapport, people are getting to know you, they like you, they trust you, and they see your solution being the thing that they need to get. Okay? So I don't tell you to be like Dr. Lisa. Now, if you want to do the live hosting thing where you're talking about going live, and there's many people who do it. Don't get me wrong. So that can be it, but you can do it based on your niche, based on your topic, what you want to offer. You can do it no matter what you're offering. There's people who will come here and it's like, kind of get dressed with me. Let me do my morning routine. Let me connect. So Miss Rosie, that might be something you would do with your followers. Like, okay, I'm showing up, doing this with you all. And then what will happen is if you have products that you're putting on, things that you're wearing, people are going to say, hey, I want those glasses. I love your earrings. I love your makeup or your beauty routine. What products are you using? And then you can say, go into my store. My free product list is there. And then when they click that, I just told you about UBC and the affiliate links. They click that and it's an affiliate link. You get commission for that. People go to your affiliate link. They click it and go buy it off TikTok or on the Zon, the A to Z store, and you get a commission for it. Okay? So I want you to be intentional about making additional passive income. And it doesn't have to be rocket science. You don't have to create an elaborate course. You don't have to create anything like that. But you could have something that says, okay, go here, here's what I'm doing. Or you can get my bundle, rebrand it, and sell that and say, go get that. And so just recognize there's so many ways you can do this. And so that's what I teach. You get access to me, you get coaching from me, you get support from me. I do one-on-ones for people in so many ways. It is. It is. And so it's not rocket science. I want you all to be very intentional about what you're doing. Yeah. And so being very intentional. And I'm seeing on my YouTube, it just went off on me. But thank you. Yes, Michelle, you're so welcome for being. I appreciate you coming in here. Hi, Michelle. The other Michelle. Yes, Michelle and Michelle 118. I appreciate it. Yes, Michelle's the crocheter. She's on the YouTube and she had commented earlier. I appreciate you all. Thank you. You said I'm back. I appreciate all your comments and your support, friend. I thank you. Thank you so much. So let me do this. I'm going to show really quickly. I am going to show what I have in my stand. I want to talk about that really quickly. I got exactly 15 minutes because I have to get on a meeting. The bundle is available for you to purchase. I have it at 57. It's usually 127, so it's 57 if you want to grab it really quickly. And I know there's people who will listen to me right now, and you're like, okay, Dr. Lisa, I'm not ready yet. That's totally fine. I'm going to be here. So, and I'll keep the bundle at that discounted price for, I usually keep it, what time is it? 1:15, 12:15. I'll keep it in probably about 3 because I have another meeting today. I'll keep it to about 3 o'clock. So you can look at it, you can decide. Let me know. People do one-on-one consultations with me. So I'm just going to run through it real quick so you see what's in it and what's in my stand store. If you click my photo once, my screen will pop up. If you click my photo again, once it pops up, is that fee monthly? No, it's a one-time fee. It's yours. The bundle's yours. It's 100% yours. You get access to me. And so let me put my screen so I can get through. Yeah, you get access to me. You said okay. You get access to me. I'm saying this out loud. I probably will change the access to me in the next few weeks. So the bundle will still give you access to me, but if you want one-on-ones, that may be an extra process because my time is getting consumed with the one-on-ones from the group. I'm not able to have as much time for consultations. I'm also looking at a way to have access to with me through a membership. So I'm working through that process as we speak. But right now, you got me. So you might want to get it by the getting is good. This is the stand store. So we're going to click the link in the stand store. And so really quickly, I'm not going to go over UBC, but go ahead and grab the sneak peek if you're interested in being up to speed when UBC switches to master resale right. To an affiliate program versus master resale rights. Like I said, if you are interested in the 100% resale, you better grab it now. Yes, you should be charging. Hold on. Keisha said, Keisha, you my motivation because you told me I need to do another tier for my subscription here too, and I'm working on it. I'm gonna have it done before the week is out because Keisha was like, hey, look here, miss, you doing too much for too little. You say yes, you should charge, and we're still waiting for the tier membership. But see, you called me out. I didn't read that second part. I knew you was the person that told me to do it. I'll be watching. I'm watching myself. I'm doing it. I'll probably have it done. I'm trying to think. I'll probably have it done by Friday. I'm putting Friday out there. Today's Tuesday. I'm going to see. I may try to do it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it today. I'm going to see if I can do it today, if not tomorrow. But no later than Friday. It's out there. This is the bundle. This is the 57. This is 100% yours. I'm going to click to it in a second. Hello, how you doing, Valerie? How you doing, Frank? You came back. Phenomenal. Thank you so much for being here. And then my people here, the checklist is also for my newbies. There's a lot of people who are new. They're trying to navigate TikTok in particular. There's a 3-page checklist that tells you what you should be doing before your live, during your live, engagement for your live, and then after your live. So I want you to be intentional about your process. And then you have my people who don't know what to talk about. I actually have a ChatGPT guide to kind of help you understand what to talk about and how to go about your messaging with your niche, your target audience, identifying them in the keywords, your script, if you need an intro script in terms of how to share who you are and what you're about. Not that you're reading the script, but you are essentially using that to support you in your talking points. And then there's some other prompts in there. So that's a 6-step guide. And then I do, like I said, consultations. I do a 2-for-1 package right now, so you can get with me twice for 40 minutes. And so you can grab that, and I'm happy to meet with you and talk to you about how I can support your business strategy. Because you may say, hey, Dr. Lisa, all that other stuff I don't need. I have my own stuff I already got. I need to talk to you about how to execute. And so I'm happy to talk to you and brainstorm and strategize with you on that. And then my people who are overthinking. Phenomenal, you comment. I see you on my YouTube. I appreciate you, friend. You sent a message. Thank you so much. And so I want you to grab this if you're one of my overthinkers and you're like, what do I need to be doing? How do I get started? Because this is a mindset. It's mainly mindset, but it's going to help you with your goals. Setting goals at the end, but I want you to shift your mindset first. Your knowledge transfer is worth the cost. Oh, thank you so much. Look at you. You guys are so lovely. That's it. That's the type of community you want to create. I love that. I slipped out to your teeth. No, that's fine. I saw your comment. I'm going to respond when I get off. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Like I said, you build it and you have the different resources for people and people will support. So you just put yourself out there. How you doing, NK? I appreciate your friend. Thank you so much for being great. Sun is rising. I love it. Yes. Um, and so yeah, so you'll grow. So get this overthinking guide really quickly. My people who want the bundle, grab it. Like I said, it comes with me. Um, we're gonna view it real quick. It's one. It's usually 127. It's 57 for you all here, so you can grab it and then let me know if you have any questions. It comes with what's called. You are forcing us to cover all of our bases. That's it. That's it. You gotta be out there. And then what I'm doing, with this bundle, I'm giving you the resources to have another stream of passive income. Because there's no reason why you can't live stream and make money, but you also can create a solution for your audience. So I want you to be intentional about what you're doing here. So this bundle will get you there. It comes with master resale rights. So even if you wanted to say, okay, I have a product that I want to resell, I want to rebrand it and resell, you can sell the bundle. And then it has what's called the Michelle, Michelle, you're educating me, huh? You said, keep in mind, your YouTube people cannot see your bundle. They can't. They can't. So YouTube people, I want you to go to my Stand store, stand.store/launch your income so that you can get to the bundle. I have it for $57. I'm sharing it with my TikTok people, but my YouTube people can also get it. The link is in my bio. So if you click the link in my bio, you can get to my Stand store, and it has the bundle at a discounted rate for you as well on YouTube. You see, I had to talk to my YouTube people. Michelle, you're so sweet. Thank you for getting me right, because I need to get better with this. It's my first time, and you are my coach on this because I know you are doing what's necessary on YouTube. So she is growing on YouTube. But yeah, so definitely make sure you're going to my Stand store and you're getting this bundle while it's on sale. So the bundle actually comes with the master resale rights, and it has private label rights as well, where you can take about 46 ebooks. If you wanted to revise those and sell them, you could as well, or sell them as they are. You are going to need to make me a mod over here. Well, right now you're the only one in the room. But I will make you my mod. I need to be your mod. That's the first thing. I need to get on your YouTube and figure out the ropes. learn the ropes from you. I appreciate you. So then you have the Digital Marketing 101 course. You also have your Branding Masterclass. You have the Canva. Um, okay, you said as you grow and you can be one. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. You have the Branding Masterclass. So Digital Marketing 101 course is a 3-hour course. It's going to teach you everything you need to know about the fundamentals of digital marketing. How to set up your how to think very intentionally about what products you're selling, but also affiliate marketing, social media marketing, email marketing, all the things you're going to need to be successful when it comes to this digital marketing space, the business. Then you have your branding masterclass. So again, you need to brand yourself effectively. And then you have your Canva mastery, teaching you the fundamentals of Canva as well. It's a 2-hour course, and actually beyond the fundamentals, it's helping you think about how to create those design. It's a design tool, so it's teaching you how to design your physical products. If you have labels you need, your digital products, all the things you're going to need to make sure you're able to brand yourself as well. And then there's the playbook. The playbook is going to give you everything you need to get up and running over the next 30 days. So I tell people, I want you to go live. That's why we got the 75-day challenge. I want you to go live every day. You're learning what your audience needs. You understand the platform. You're navigating through this. And as you go live, then you're able to see, well, what are the questions you're getting and how to create a product, okay? So over the next 30 days, you're going to do your Digital Marketing 101 course, your Branding Masterclass, and the Canva course in that first week. The second week, I want you to work on your products. The third week, I want you to work on your storefront because you're going to add those products to your storefront. And so that's what you're going to focus on in week 3. Your email flows, all the things you need to get your business up and running. And then your 4th week, you're going to launch. So in 30 days, you should be up and running. And then those additional days, you're going to see exactly what growth looks like because people are going to come to your products and all the things that you need and get all the things that they need. In this bundle, you also get included in my, you're going to get included into my Launch Your Income group chat that's on Instagram. And then you're going to get included into, you're going to come on YouTube. You're going to look at my video because there's a whole video that goes with this. And as you watch that video, it's going to tell you to subscribe. And then ultimately, I'm going to subscribe to your channel. So we're going to build YouTube as well. And then I want you to, you have access to me. So in Instagram, there's a feature on their DM that I like because I can send voice memos. I can chat with you individually. I like Instagram for that reason. So I put us on Instagram. That TikTok doesn't have it that way. So I want us to be intentional about how we're connecting and growing. Finally, real quick, I'm going to show you this because I have 2 minutes before I have to jump off because I have a meeting to get to. But if you purchase, you just purchase. Oh, look at you, Rosie. Look at Rosie. Rosie said, I'm doing this with my 25K followers. We are going to do this thing. Rosie, I love it. Rosie, yes, ma'am. You are going to be doing it big for real. But do me a favor. So since you just purchased, go on Instagram. Send me a message. Launch Your Income on Instagram. Go, Rosie. Look at Rosie. Go on Instagram. Send me a message. And then I want you to send me a message on Instagram. And I'm going to add you to the group chat. And I'll send you a welcome message there. Okay? So that's how you get into the... And so anybody else who purchased, make sure you send me a message. Okay? Good morning. How you doing, Elegance? Appreciate you. You said Rosie. Awesome. Michelle's over on YouTube talking about, yay, Rosie. I love it. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. This is what you get as a confirmation. So Rosie said thank you. Rosie, you're going to get this confirmation. And so these are your clickable links. These are your product links. When you purchase, Stan said, oh, do you want to download this now? People often download it and it's like, where did it go? You actually got an email confirmation from Stan. So I want you to also, I hear and I cheer. I appreciate you. Michelle, she said she's cheering for you. The email confirmation has this document in it, as well as your instructions about going on YouTube, as well as the instructions for going on Instagram. So you want to make sure you get your email as well. So there's a lot of people who miss the email because they just download the document. The document here tells you what to do, but the email has kind of a breakdown for you. Okay? So, but let me know if you have any questions. I'm not going to go through this because I don't have enough time, but these are all clickable links. And so, Rosie, if you come back tomorrow, I should have more time because I have a 12:30 meeting that got scheduled by someone, so I want to make sure I'm meeting with them on time. But if tomorrow, if you come back, I'll make time to click through these so you can see it a little bit more. But the YouTube video also has it in here for you. Okay? All right, friends. I appreciate you all. If you want to get the bundle's in my Stan store. Grab that. What time tomorrow? The same time, 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm consistent. 10 a.m. Eastern and 4 p.m. Eastern, go live with ease. 2 times you see me. Okay? And YouTube. You're going to see me twice a day on here too. My YouTube folks. Thank you so much for this information. You're welcome, friend. And so if you purchase, just like I said, go on and send me a message. I'm heading out. I appreciate you, Miss Michelle. I'm heading out too because I got to get to my meeting. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. And I am going to end my YouTube live, but I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a fun day today. Thank you so much. And so what I will say is have a great day. Thank you.